I used a cell phone to fight barbarians. You won't believe what happened next. We find ourselves within the grim confines of the Venarium fortress in Aquilonia. But for the woman standing here, this place feels less like a physical location and more like a state of mind labeled tellingly risk-averse. The famed she-devil, who is clad in her scale armor, is behaving oddly, holding a stick of tobacco and looking deeply annoyed as she mutters her frustration. I am not doing this. When she looks up, her usually confident expression is replaced by a hard, absolute refusal. She heard about the Weddergies. A large, imposing figure clad in dark purple steps closer to the group of people sitting nearby and asks, "Not doing what, Sonia?" Her temper snaps instantly. She turns to face him, eyes blazing, her voice a low, furious snarl. "Margaret, I am Margaret Sutherland, you bloated oaf." Slammed my head. This is my hallucination. I own it, and I refuse to cooperate with this lunacy any farther. She whips her cloak around her, turning on her heel and sweeping away from the baffled onlookers, dismissing the entire fantastical reality around her. "Good day to you, sir." The heavily scarred and tattooed warrior, Hawk, stares down in utter disbelief, murmuring, Maggie Sutherland?" Meanwhile, Sonia, sweeping her cloak dramatically, stops mid-stride. "If one of you would please direct me to the ladies' room." Hawk explodes into a loud, mocking, infectious laughter. "Hit your head, Avia?" "Explains a lot about you, Red. Nice doing business with you." He walks off. Sonia is absolutely livid, turning and grabbing the arm of the young woman, Phaolan. "Oh, blow me, you fatuous bloke." "Hoy!" Phaolan, startled by her intensity, quickly interjects, "Perhaps we should be on our way." Sonia dismisses that idea with an immediate short fuse. "Fine. Where the loo?" Phaolan stares blankly. "What?" Sonia shouts, her temper snapping. "The restroom, child." Phaolan flinches, thoroughly confused by this bizarre term. "Are you tired? Are you tired?" Sonia whirls back to address the imposing figure from before, her voice strained with fury. "I'm pissed, Phaolan. I need to let it out." "You do speak English, yes?" The figure replies with complete, bewildering honesty. "What's English?" Sonia slumps slightly, the rage draining into sheer exhaustion. "Not bloody funny, boy." Sonia storms out into the jungle surrounding the fortress. Phaolan follows, still trying to process the strange request. He catches up to her as she starts rooting around in the foliage. "Surely you're joking, perhaps," he comments. "You usually just drop true." Sonia is aghast, speaking directly to Phaolan but seemingly talking to herself. "Someone wake me already, ma'am? Give you what? Just give it to me? Well, the loo roll, of course, boy. How else do you expect me to wipe?" Phaolan, holding out his hand defensively as if trying to ward off a strange spirit, stares at her with a look of bewildered concern. Surely you jest." The nightmare continues for Sonia, as she realizes she's stuck in this bizarre, ancient world without basic modern amenities. She pushes deeper into the dense brush, still muttering, "Who tied these damnable knots? Well, hey, boy." She addresses Phaolan again, pulling aside some leaves. "Turn your back." "Why?" "Are you daft? Give a girl some privacy. Turn away." She snaps, hiding herself further. Phaolan remains rooted, arguing his mission. "But what kind of squire would I be if I did that?" Sonia, exasperated, yells back, "A live one, turn." Phaolan persists, worried. "But I'm supposed to watch your back." "For the love of Christ, Phaolan." "Clue." She pauses, breathing heavily, knowing she has no choice. "Just stay like that a moment." Phaolan finally concedes, looking away. "Very well, mistress, but this is all very strange." Phaolan, maintaining his vigilance, explains his duty with maddening seriousness. "A squire is sworn to protect his master. That's you. I can't watch your back if you make me turn my own. And it's not like I haven't seen your starkers before. Or, drunk. Or, on occasion, both." He lowers his voice conspiratorially. "I think whatever fall you took may have been worse than we thought." Before Sonia can reply, the ground beneath them shatters violently. A colossal, bony structure, the fossilized remains of some gigantic, horned beast, erupts from the earth, tossing Sonia high into the dense canopy. Pheolan, watching his mistress fly through the air, continues his suggestions. Perhaps a day or two of bed rest might get you back to your old self. Perhaps a cup of tea? The purple-clad warrior manages to leap away from the rising bones just in time, adding his own dry commentary. Maybe we find you a nice eunuch to rub you down. Maybe book you a room at the milliner's. Sonia lands hard amidst the debris, dirty and exposed, all privacy gone. She stares at the two figures, shaking with rage, and lets out a huge, desperate scream of pure, absolute frustration. The shriek that rips from Sonia's throat is a raw, agonizing sound of utter failure and frustration. Pheolan, turning back with panicked eyes, quickly registers the danger. Oh no, no. He sprints back toward the debris field where Sonia is sprawled, covered in the pulverized remains of the fossilized structure. Sonia is still screaming, raging at the entire cosmic joke of her situation. Stop that! Pheolan reaches her side, trying to pull her up, his voice hushed and desperate. Mitra and a dozen devils. Sonia, stop making that noise! Sonia, still half mad with fury, snaps back. Noise? Noise? Bloody hell, Pheolan! The slimy beast was trying to... The tall, dark figure appears beside them, cutting her off with a sharp, commanding voice. Quiet, don't you see? Sonia scoffs, defiant. The figure leans close, his tone dropping to a grim, urgent whisper that conveys the brutal laws of this Hyborian age. Mercenaries respond only to strength. Sonia, any fault, any sign of weakness. They'll rape you and kill me. Or worse, the other way around. Sonia pushes herself up from the dusty ground, dismissing the danger with a wave of her hand. Oh, rubbish, Pheolan. This is a dream, a hallucination from a bloody fall. Oh, nothing more. Pheolan stares at her grimly, pressing his point. You willing to take that chance with your life? With mine? The surroundings flicker, showing the reality behind the illusion. A modern-day street, slick with rain, where a young woman, Margaret, lies injured beside a wrecked bicycle, while a man in a trench coat watches over her. Back in the jungle, Sonia nods, conceding to the bizarre demands of her environment. Very well then. In the future, I'll keep my terror to myself. Where are you going? Pheolan points toward the immense fossilized structure. What? And leave your sword. They don't grow on trees. Sonia shrugs, marching away. And I'm in a hurry to cover my own. I'll just get another. Pheolan is utterly confused. Another what? Another sword, boy. Well, that one's stuck in a monster back in the bush. Surely you have. What, sword stores around here somewhere? We shift our focus to the stark, windswept Pas de Chat steppes of Hircania, where a solemn vigil is kept. A pale figure, cloaked in black and adorned with bone and jade, stands amidst exotic golden foliage and brightly colored birds. She is the embodiment of darkness and worry. She addresses the unknown force that opposes her. Why does the dark mourn? The answering voice is dismissive, ringing in the air like a pronouncement. A foolish question from a fool. The dark figure lowers her head, acknowledging the reality of her predicament. Your champion is weak. Oh, my child wanders alone. The unseen voice replies with certainty. Not alone. Has the light not sent a guide? Oh, I am the finder. Despair creeps into the dark figure's expression. My child is lost in a strange land where many perils await. Do not resist me, light. Should I lose our contest, my child forever lost to me. She lifts her head and declaring a horrific consequence if she fails. Darkness will consume this world and everything within it that walks, crawls. Her dark power surges, causing the air around the tropical birds to ripple violently. Or flies, deliver my child to me, or face the terror of the long night. Sword store. Sonia curses under her breath, pushing through the thick tropical leaves. What the devil was I thinking? It's personal, Sonia. Margaret. Pheolan walks beside her, lecturing patiently. A sword is an extension of the warrior. I'm a secretary, Pheolan. I type memos. Laptop, good plan. Sonia interrupts, determined to deny this reality. Stop it. Just stop this madness at once. It's a dream, Pheolan, nothing more. Deny its reality. Let it run its course, and I will simply wake up. Phelan glances at her, perplexed. Sonia is yanked backward violently, slamming her into the ground beneath the looming figure of Hawk, the tattooed warrior. He speaks something sharp and guttural. Phelan cries out, desperate. Again, with the screaming, I answer him. Sonia stares up at Hawk, terrified and prone, and unleashes another desperate, echoing shriek of pure panic. The shriek of panic is immediately answered by the deadly presence of an ambush. Crouching among the dense, dark jungle foliage, a group of tribal warriors is revealed, painted crimson and white, armed with bows, spears, and grim focus. These are the Pictish raiders of the borderlands, ruthless and savage. A fierce black panther sits coiled among them, matching the intensity in their eyes. At their feet lie gruesome trophies, the severed, bloody head of a Roman soldier in a dented helmet, and the massive, monstrous head of some swamp creature. Sonia and her companions have walked right into a trap set by killers, their fate now hanging precariously over the spears of the tribesmen. Hauk, the huge, red-painted warrior, pins Sonia to the ground, his knife blade glinting above her neck. She struggles furiously, shouting, "Get off of me, you smelly oaf! Get up, yours, bastard! City here!" Before Hawk can strike, a blur of motion appears from the brush. A Pictish warrior, one of the ambush party, dives at Hauk. Blood sprays instantly as the Pict drives a blade deep into Hawk's back. Lying stunned amidst the struggle, Sonia, utterly fed up, shouts a defiant challenge at the world around her. "I've had just about enough of this nightmare. Go on then. Kill me. Kill me so I'll finally wake from this Drea." The Pictish warrior lets out a savage yell as Hawk collapses, gurgling blood. Sonia scrambles away from the gore, staring wide-eyed at the carnage. Phelan? What the bloody hell? Phelan, thoroughly disgusted and stressed, manages to restrain her from running deeper into the danger. "My question exactly, mistress. Turn your back on a Pictish warrior? Just how hard did you hit your head?" Sonia turns to the looming mercenary figure, demanding logic. "This dream will end if we simply let it. You didn't have to kill that man." The mercenary is stone-faced, cleaning his weapon. Yes, he did, for had he not, the mercenary's explanation is cut short by a calm, lethal voice from above. Perched atop the carcass of a massive, grotesque crimson crab is the Pictish warrior who ambushed them. He is covered in red paint and bone charms and looks down at Sonia with a chilling composure. He holds a sleek, black, anachronistic device, a modern phone in his hand as he finishes the mercenary's thought. "Lo, I would have. Lo, Sonia. What pert is stunned." The warrior looks at the giant dead beast beneath him, which has a golden sword plunged into its thick shell, and muses, "It is hello in your tongue, yes, well?" Sonia points upward, her hand raised. In English, yes. Phelan quickly clarifies, he means the common tongue. Sonia turns to the Pict. "I know you?" The warrior replies, "No, but your legend is great among my people." Sonia, unable to ignore the modern object, asks, "That phone, where did you get it?" The warrior, still sitting atop the massive dead crab, answers simply, "I saw it. I took it." "From whom?" she presses. "Oh, Whittich," Sonia demands, "let me see it." "Oh, Sid, don't be afraid. Trevor knows no fear." Sonia is skeptical. "Trevor? What kind of name is that for a sa-oo-oo-oo-oo-oo?" The warrior cuts her off, explaining his background. The whites cannot say Trevor's true name. To make it easier, Trevor took a name from your common tongue. You're welcome. He leans in and clarifies, "I am Pict, a king of Kintyre, master of Arran, Jura, and Islay." "Well, hello, Trevor. I am Margaret." Trevor explains his motivation for being near the Venarium. The whites, to expand their borders, Trevor was taken a slave of Cade. Their missionaries poison the minds of my people. Phelan interjects nervously to Sonia, Nemedian slaver, "Very bad." Sonia, ignoring Phelan and the geopolitics of the Hyborian age, is fixated on the phone. She holds out her hand. The phone. Phelan is mystified. "What are you doing? What's a phone?" Trevor couldn't operate it. "See, you have to press and hold." Sonya fumbles with the phone, her frustration mounting. "There we are, see ya?" she mutters, trying to get it to work. The screen glitches, the time 1:19:04 flickering erratically as a series of sharp electronic pings echo through the silent jungle. The Picts recoil in sudden primal terror. Their faces contort in fear and rage as they begin to chant a single guttural word. "Ekolna, Ekolna." One of the warriors lets out a savage, bestial roar, his eyes wide with superstitious dread. Back in the undergrowth, Faolan grabs Sonya's arm, his voice a panicked whisper. "They think you're a witch. Start running, now." But Sonya has reached her breaking point. She rips her arm free and spins to face the advancing warriors, her voice cracking with fury. "No, enough of this bloody nightmare." Trevor, his face a mask of rage, points a trembling, accusatory finger at her. Yes, damn you," he bellows, embracing her outburst. Quote, "She is a witch." Sonya, pushed past the edge of reason, decides to lean into the madness. "Don't you see, Faolan?" she says, her voice suddenly calm as she begins walking toward the armed tribesmen. "The sooner they kill me, the sooner I will wake up." She stops directly in front of Trevor, who now stands with his bloodied sword at the ready. Sonya holds the cursed phone up to his face, her own expression a cold, weary mask of defiance. "Well now, Trevor," she says, her voice low and steady. Lee bells. "Get on with it." The jungle explodes in a spray of splintered wood and shattered leaves. A Pict warrior crashes through the foliage, his brutal kick sending Sonya sprawling to the ground. The ambush is swift, decisive. From a higher vantage point, the scene is one of utter defeat. Sonya is down, dazed, her companion unconscious nearby, while Faolan watches, helpless. The Pictish king, Trevor, stands over them, sword in hand, his voice a low, contemptuous growl. Trevor thinks Sonya's legend is a lie. But then, his attention shifts. He raises the sleek black device he stole, turning its glowing eye upon himself, a narcissistic grin spreading across his painted face as he captures his own image. In his mind, a possessive thought forms, "This magic is mine." He lowers the phone, his expression hardening once more. Flanked by his tribesmen, he steps out from the shadows of the jungle, a vision of primal authority. His voice rings out, a guttural promise of violence spoken in his native Pictish tongue, "Death to all who challenge me." Sonya and her companion are completely surrounded, a small island of defeated travelers in a sea of painted warriors. Deep within the hostile jungle, the Picts close in, their spears and swords held ready for the kill. But they are not the only ones watching. Hidden in the dense undergrowth, a dark figure observes the scene, a grim purpose in their voice as they whisper a single chilling promise, Z, starting with them.